Have you ever noticed a strange pattern in your relationships? Maybe you keep falling for emotionally unavailable partners. Maybe you attract people who are controlling, distant, or inconsistent. Or maybe every relationship starts magical, but somehow ends the same painful way. You promise yourself next time will be different, but somehow it isn't. You meet someone new. They seemed completely different from your past partners. The chemistry is strong, the connection feels intense, and it feels like this time you finally found the right person. And yet, months later, you find yourself facing the same emotional pain, the same conflicts, and the same ending. At that point, most people blame bad luck, the dating pool, modern relationships, or toxic people. But psychology suggests something deeper. What if the real reason you keep choosing the same type of partner has nothing to do with them and everything to do with something hidden inside you? Because the truth is, your childhood may be quietly influencing who you fall in love with today, and most people have absolutely no idea it's happening. The hidden reason your brain chooses certain partners. Here's the strange part. Your brain is not necessarily trying to choose the healthiest partner. It's trying to choose the most familiar one, even if that familiarity comes from old emotional wounds. The real reason many people repeat painful relationship patterns is hidden in something psychologists call emotional imprinting. Your earliest experiences with love, safety, attention, and rejection form an unconscious blueprint for what relationships should feel like, and your brain spends the rest of your life trying to recreate that blueprint, even when it hurts you. This is why someone who grew up with emotional neglect may feel strangely attracted to distant partners, or why someone raised in chaos may feel bored with calm, stable relationships. Your mind isn't asking, "Is this person healthy for me?" Instead, it asks something much deeper. Does this feeling match the emotional environment I grew up in? And if the answer is yes, attraction sparks. But to understand why this happens, we need to go deeper into how childhood experiences shape adult relationships. The psychology behind childhood wounds and attraction. Human beings learn what love looks like very early in life. Most of that learning happens before the age of 12. Your brain watches how caregivers show affection, handle conflict, give attention, or withdraw emotionally, and it builds a mental model of what relationships feel like. Psychologists call this attachment programming. Once that program is formed, your subconscious begins searching for people who trigger the same emotional patterns. Let's break down how this shows up in real relationships. Number 1. The familiarity trap. Your brain is wired to prefer familiar emotional environments, even if they were unhealthy. If your childhood involved unpredictable affection, emotional distance, criticism, abandonment, or conditional love, your nervous system learned that this is what relationships feel like. So, when you meet someone who behaves in similar ways, something strange happens. Your brain interprets it as chemistry, but often what feels like intense attraction is actually emotional recognition. Your subconscious thinks, "I know this feeling," and familiarity creates comfort even when the situation itself isn't healthy. Number 2. Trying to fix the past through new partners. Another powerful psychological pattern is emotional repetition. Your brain may unconsciously try to repair old wounds through new relationships. For example, someone who never received enough attention from a parent may become deeply attracted to emotionally distant partners. Why? Because part of them hopes that this time the story will end differently. The subconscious belief becomes, if I can finally make this person love me, it will heal the pain I felt before. But this often leads to chasing people who cannot give what you truly need. Instead of healing the wound, the relationship simply reopens it again. Number 3. Intensity versus stability. Many people confuse emotional intensity with genuine love, but those intense feelings often come from uncertainty, anxiety, or emotional highs and lows. If someone grew up in a household where love was inconsistent, dramatic, or unpredictable, their nervous system learned that chaos equals connection. So, when they meet a calm, emotionally stable partner, it can feel unfamiliar, sometimes even boring. Meanwhile, a complicated or emotionally distant person may trigger strong attraction because the emotional roller coaster feels normal. The brain mistakes emotional turbulence for passion. Number 4. Self-worth and partner selection. Childhood experiences also shape how worthy of love a person feels. If someone grew up feeling ignored, criticized, unimportant, or never good enough, they may carry those beliefs into adulthood without realizing it. Subconsciously, people tend to choose partners who match their internal sense of worth. So, if deep down someone believes they must struggle to earn love, they may repeatedly choose partners who make them chase attention, give affection inconsistently, or treat them as replaceable. Because their subconscious belief says, love is something you must struggle to receive. Number 5. The attraction illusion. Here's one of the most surprising truths in relationship psychology. Attraction is not always a reliable guide. In fact, the people we feel the strongest pull toward may actually trigger unresolved emotional patterns from childhood. This is why some relationships feel magnetic at first, but painful later. Your brain is drawn to emotional familiarity before it evaluates long-term compatibility. So the early spark that feels like destiny may actually be old emotional wiring activating. Understanding this pattern doesn't mean you're doomed to repeat it. In fact, awareness is the first step towards changing it. Here are a few powerful things to watch for in your relationships. Notice your patterns. Ask yourself a simple question. Do my past partners share similar traits? If multiple relationships involve the same emotional struggles, there may be an unconscious pattern guiding your choices. Patterns reveal more than individual experiences. Pay attention to emotional intensity. Strong attraction doesn't always mean someone is right for you. Sometimes the calmest connections, the ones that feel steady and safe, are actually the healthiest. Learning to distinguish peace from boredom is a powerful skill. Observe how you feel around someone. Healthy relationships usually bring feelings like safety, emotional consistency, respect, calm connection. Unhealthy patterns often involve anxiety, chasing attention, confusion, emotional highs and lows. Your emotional state can reveal a lot about the dynamic. Heal the original wound. The most powerful shift happens when someone begins to understand and heal the emotional patterns formed earlier in life. Because when your sense of self-worth grows, your attraction patterns often change too. Suddenly, the people who once felt exciting may start to feel draining, and the kind of partner who once seemed boring begins to feel safe, supportive, and real. Final thought. The partners we choose are rarely random. They are often reflections of the emotional patterns we learned long ago. But once you understand those patterns, something powerful happens. You stop chasing what feels familiar, and you start choosing what actually feels healthy. So the next time you feel a strong pull towards someone, pause for a moment and ask yourself, Is this connection built on genuine compatibility or on an old emotional script my mind is trying to replay? Because sometimes the key to finding the right partner isn't searching harder, it's understanding the hidden blueprint that has been guiding your choices all along.